Hello everybody and welcome back to the Football Uncovered channel where we look into teams, players and managers and talk about the highs and lows and the backstories that brought them about. Today's topic is something different. We're going to look back at 2015 and dive into the top 10 most valuable players where they are now and what they did with their careers. Starting off at number 10, valued at £54 million, it's Angel Di Maria. He had not long transferred to Manchester United for a fee of £59.7 million, which at the time was one of the most expensive transfers of all time, and the highest fee paid by a British club. He wouldn't go on to enjoy United, only making 27 appearances and scoring 3 goals before departing to French giants PSG, where he would remain for 7 years. He would have a year at Italian side Juventus, before going back to Benfica, where he currently plays. Di Maria, however, has come a long way since 2015, winning over 10 trophies and even winning the World Cup with Argentina in 2022, scoring in the final and putting in a performance worthy of the trophy. In at number 9, valued at £58 million, is Eden Hazard. The Belgian was on top of the world in 2015 and was seen as one of the world's best, scoring 14 goals in the 14-15 season, helping his side Chelsea to the Premier League title and Player of the Year for Chelsea. Hazard had big clubs such as Real Madrid eyeing him up, but that transfer wouldn't happen until 2019 when he signed for £121 million, making him Real Madrid's most expensive player. However, he would not perform well and would only score 4 goals for them in a 4-year period before retiring in 2023 after being let go by Real Madrid. Yet he is Belgium's 4th all-time capped player and Chelsea's 6th all-time scorer with 110. Even if he did ruin his career at Madrid, his legacy was never tarnished. In the number 8 spot, also valued at £58 million, is Polish striker Robert Lewandowski, who was playing for German giants Bayern Munich at the time. 2015 was a big year for Lewandowski, with him setting a record by coming on as a sub against Wolfsburg and scoring 5 goals in 8 minutes and 59 seconds. He set the record for the fastest hat-trick in the Bundesliga in 4 minutes and scored the most goals by a substitute. He would score his 100th Bundesliga goal 4 days later, which was a league record for a foreign player, and he would finish 4th in the Ballon d'Or for 2015. Lewandowski would enjoy another 7 years at Bayern Munich until transferring to Barcelona in 2022 for £42 million, which he still currently plays for. He is Poland's all-time top goal scorer with 83 currently, and their most capped player with 156. In 7th place is a longtime teammate of Lewandowski, Thomas Muller, who was valued at £62 million in 2015. Muller is a one-club man and has been with Bayern Munich since 2007, making over 700 appearances for them and holding the record for most appearances for Bayern. 2015 wasn't a massive year, but he'd just come off the back of winning the World Cup with Germany, having won the Silver Boot and being named in the World Cup All-Star 11. Muller would retire for Germany in July of this year with the 3rd most caps and 6th most goals, but still plays for Bayern Munich with consistent performances. In at number 6 is Wales's national hero Gareth Bale, who was valued at £66 million in 2015. The Welshman was Real Madrid's most expensive signing, joining them 2 years prior for a world record fee at the time of £85.1 million. Bale's time at Madrid would be filled with success, with 176 games and 81 goals while winning 5 Champions Leagues and 3 La Liga titles, along with a flurry of other trophies. However, he didn't enjoy much of his time there as he didn't learn Spanish and the fans would often disrespect him by booing their own player. He would return to Tottenham Hotspur on loan in 2020, where he recaptured a lot of his lost form, scoring 16 goals in 34 games in all competitions. Bale would end his time in the MLS with Los Angeles FC, winning 2 trophies with them. Bale holds many records, being Wales's top goal scorer and most capped player with 111 caps and 40 goals. He also is Real Madrid's 17th all-time goal scorer, sharing that feat with the likes of Brazilian Ronaldo and Sergio Ramos. Bale would retire in 2023, being praised as one of the best players to do it. In at number 5, James Rodriguez, who was valued at £66 million, also playing for Real Madrid at the time. Rodriguez was a hot prospect in 2015, with every major club in Europe wanting him. He would sign for Real Madrid in 2014 after having an eye-opening World Cup signing for £63 million, which was the fourth most expensive transfer of all time. He was named a Galactico, wearing the number 10 like Luis Figo and Ferenc Puskás, giving him massive boots to fill. He wouldn't really live up to the massive transfer fee and would actually fail to make over 100 appearances for any of the 11 clubs he's played for. However, for Colombia, it's a different story, as he's seen as one of the greats for the country and has over 100 caps and 29 goals for the country so far. But it's safe to say, his club career could have been so much more. Also, keep an eye out on the channel for an upcoming video on it. The number 4 spot takes a jump up to £75 million, and the player valued at that is Luis Suarez, who was playing for the Spanish side Barcelona at the time, after his £64.98 million transfer from Liverpool. This move followed his suspension for biting Italian defender Giorgio Chiellini. Suarez would go on to form one of the best trios in world football with him, Messi, and Neymar, making defenders' lives a nightmare. He would go on to win the European Golden Boot at Barca with 40 goals in the 2015-2016 season and would win the UEFA Super Cup, the Spanish Cup, and the La Liga title that year. Suarez would stay with Barca for 6 more years, racking up 195 goals for the club, which ranks him as their third all-time goal scorer. He would move to Spanish rivals Atletico Madrid in 2020 after falling out of favor, and then a failed move to Juventus means he would sign for them. He would win his 5th La Liga title with Atletico in the 2020-2021 season, scoring 21 goals and finishing 4th in the Golden Boot race that season. This was a massive win for him as it proved to coach Ronald Koeman that he was still one of the best. Suarez has now reunited with Messi in the MLS with Team Inter Miami, and finished his last season with 21 goals, showing even at 37, he's still got it. Suarez is also one of the best to do it for Uruguay, as he's the top goal scorer for the country, and the second most capped player for them. So, in at number 3, valued at £83 million in 2015, is Neymar Jr. Neymar was still shining at Barcelona with Suarez and Messi by his side, with it looking like he would win a Ballon d'Or in the years to come. However, he wouldn't win one, sadly, with his best ranking being 3rd in 2015 and 2017. Neymar would stay at Barca for 5 years before making a world-breaking transfer to French giants Paris Saint-Germain in 2017 for £185 million, which still, to this day, is the most expensive transfer in the world. He would shine in France, with his first season scoring 28 goals across 30 games in all competitions. He was no longer held back by Messi's shadow and had a team built around him. He would excel in France until 2022, where injuries were starting to catch up to him, and the team's performances were lackluster in the Champions League. As a result, the club had to change, and in 2023, Neymar would join his current team Al Hilal for £75 million, yet injuries have only seen him make 7 appearances for them, with many questioning if it's time to hang up the boots. Yet Neymar remains a Brazilian hero with the nickname Juninho, a hero in his own right, known for being a dead ball specialist. He is the second most capped Brazilian at 128 caps currently, and is their top goal scorer with 79 goals, which beats the likes of Pelé and Ronaldo. There's no doubting Neymar is one of the greats, but injuries held him back from being even better. Now we have a joint top 2, both being valued at £100 million in 2015. It's the GOATs of the sport, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi. Not much has to be said about these two, with over 500 goals for both of them, and a silly amount of trophies, and they are still doing it to this day for their clubs in Inter Miami and Al Nassr. Messi's most notable moment was winning the World Cup after trial and error in 2022, and finally winning the only thing he wanted. Ronaldo is still waiting on that moment and even says he will be at the 2026 World Cup. Ronaldo's most notable moment would most likely be winning the Euros in 2016 with Portugal after missing out all the way back in 2004 to Greece. I could go on for hours about these two and everything they've done and won, but you already know. So, that's the most valuable players from 2015 and where they are today. Did you expect most of these and did some shock you? Let me know in the comments. Also, keep an eye out on the channel for more new vids. So, until next time, goodbye.